In this video, we will learn about how to create a new symbol in KiCAD. If you already have, uh, let's say I have a schematic which is partially done, it's not complete, but I have some symbol here, an inductor, resistor, capacitor, and all these parts. If I need to add a new part, we know that we can go to place symbol and then click somewhere here and click one of these, and I can place this symbol something like this. I double click over here and I can place this thing. But what if the symbol that I'm looking for is not there uh, in the whole library, in this whole thing? I'll go and start it with new. Let's say KiCAD. I open this KiCAD. If you look at here, you have the second one is a symbol editor, and that's the one that we are going to use to create a new symbol. This one, that SCH, use it opens up my existing schematic, but in this schematic, if I do not find any symbol, for example, like by going to place and then it loads symbol libraries. uh, I'll ignore this one. So if I go over there and I try to load this symbol, it does not find that symbol. uh, then I have to create a new symbol. So how do I create a new symbol? So I go back to KiCAD, I click on the symbol editor, and in the symbol editor I need to select a library where I want to create a new symbol. So I can click on add new library, and there are two ways you could do it. You either go create a new library.lib file in the local directory, or you could use the global library which is typically installed here. The file structure should be similar for Linux. This one is for Windows. So that has .lib file and DCM file. DCM stands for the documentation, and .lib for the library file. So if your part or library that you are going to make is going to be used by most other projects as well, you preferably should create it here. But if it's to be used only in your for you, or for this project specific, it's better you create it somewhere here. So I'm going to go ahead and mm, create it at the global place. So this part that I create is also going to be available for other projects as well as a common page, and I call it custom.lib, which is my own custom library. And I am going to choose this table to the global thing, so every other project should be able to use this. Once I do that, I I go ahead and uh, click on new symbol, and I select, I need to select which library I want to use this for. So this is the custom library, and then I give it a symbol name. And for my part, let's say I'm going to try to use a this chip called RT8070, and if I look at its data sheet, this is how its pin numbers look like. It's 8-pin part with those pins looking like this. So I go ahead and write its name RT8070. By the way, it's a Richtech switching regulator, and when I click that, it places the part reference designation and the part number right here. I click on M and then separate the reference designation and the part number and keeping them in the center. The next thing I need to do is go ahead and click the add part. So the pin number 1 is the comp pin, and then ss comp ss enable. If I go ahead and write comp ss and do it for all other pins, en enable and v input pin, and then we have lxrtfb. Just go ahead and add all these parts right here. Notice that you need to rotate these pins because this circle is the where you will be connecting it to the other net. Finally, pin number 8 we have P good. One thing you need to notice that you can use this symbol in front of it, uh, and then it will be used as a hash on the top of this name. So probably we don't need to do that in our case, but just in case you need to do this. Now you notice that these pins need to be rotated. So select this pin and then click on R, and then you rotate all these pins. This is how it looks like. And once you have done that, just move this field reference to maybe top right. These pins need to move a little to the right, so they are spaced out. This one needs to move to the bottom. I select this and then click N, and finally you need to create a nice looking border on this one, and then finally you just save this thing, and then it should be saved in the library called custom. And once we have done that, we just so finally one thing is this is the center of this symbol. If you want to move it, you can just click this button here and then click somewhere here. So this is the center where the cursor will be showing when you will be placing this part. Now if I go back and look at my design, and if I want to place a part, I can go ahead and click on place and click somewhere here. You should be able to see the custom part that we created, for example this one, and double click on that. You'll see that this part that we created is available now, and I can go ahead and click that, and then I can start finishing my design. For example, I can click enable signal to whatever I want to, maybe V in, and maybe another ground or whatever other pins you can go ahead and correct that. So the purpose of this thing, of course, you will also need to design the footprint, match the footprint of this one. But that's something you will have to do if you wanted to do your layout design as well. So that's something we'll cover in another video, how to create a new footprint in the KiCAD. Thanks for taking a look.